last thing you want to do is to raise taxes in the middle of a recession.
Good point, Mr. President. But that's not the headline we're seeing today. President Obama and his Washington Democrats have spent the last 2 years putting government in charge of health care, the financial sector, car companies, insurance companies, you name it. Now they want a tax hike to pay for it all?
The worst thing you could possibly do would be to be raising taxes on anybody in the middle of what most Americans think is a recession. Mr. President, for the last 19 months, the American people have waited patiently for the Obama administration and Democrats in Congress to help them turn the economy around. And time again, the administration and its allies in Congress have turned a deaf ear. Rather than implement the policies that would free up capital, lead to investment, and create good, lasting private sector jobs, Democrats in Congress have passed one sweeping government-driven scheme after another, then asked taxpayers to put it on their tab.
Remember this claim from last year?
The Recovery Act has played a significant role in changing the trajectory of our economy.
Changing the trajectory of our economy? This from an administration that promised that their stimulus bill would keep the unemployment rate under 8%, but sadly it soared to over 10%, the highest in more than 2 decades. It was supposed to be timely, targeted, and temporary, but hasn't stimulated the economy as they predicted. Their health care bill that was supposed to lower cost is actually doing the opposite. And they presented a budget that was supposed to decrease the deficit, but instead we got more spending, more taxes, and more debt.
Here's the bottom line. No recovery will take place until the government stops overspending. No recovery will take place until government stops imposing new regulations and costs on business. No recovery will take place if we impose new taxes on the people we need to create jobs. Democratic leaders need to listen to what the American people have been shouting at us for the last 19 months. The reckless spending has got to stop.
Find out more about this issue by visiting Senator McConnell's website or becoming a fan on his official Facebook page. Americans are speaking out. It's time Washington started listening.